What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Controlled Chaos with Josh Wolf. I am updating my opinions of the show from the previous episode, which I did probably about a month or so ago. This is a YouTube show from Josh Wolf, stand-up comedian. He gets guests on, usually 2-3 people, other comedians, actors, whatever, personalities. And they play games, and they win prizes, and it's a really fun time. Now, let me preface my previous episode. I just found the show and was working my way backwards. And something you notice if you were to do the same thing that I did is that the further back you go, the worse the sound quality gets. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend going back because it may give you a different view of the show, or at least confuse you. It confused me. Just I didn't realize I was going back in time. But the show now has, for the most part, there's still audio issues here and there, but it is 1,000 times better than it used to be. I mean, it's like 99% perfect. So I mean, maybe not, maybe 90%. There's still a few level issues or whatever, but it seems like they're tightening everything up and getting everything fixed. Maybe a different camera angles, maybe bring the TV down a little bit lower. They got their TV monitor that shows the different game categories. It's kind of up about 30 feet too high. So I think there's a little bit of adjustments that they can do to make the show even better, just to tighten everything up from a production standpoint. But I love the show. I loved it back then, and I still love it now. Josh Wolf is a great host. They play really fun games that it seems like every episode they introduce or test out a new type of game. It's one of this show. Like, as far as YouTube shows that I watch, this show and Kill Tony are my two favorite. When they show up, I am 100% watching. And this show comes out every week. I don't know if it has a specific day that it comes out, but it seems like the release frequency is about weekly, maybe bonus episodes here and there. But it is a lot of fun. I really enjoy all the different characters. The girl that I think her name's Aubrey. She hands out like the prizes to the different guests, which the prizes are pretty wacky. Of course, Speedweed is one of the prizes. So Gino out in LA, the owner of Speedweed, sponsors a lot of shows. Actually, he's a sponsor of Kill Tony as well, which is these are my top two favorite shows to watch on YouTube, because they're kind of they're shows. They're not really like your standard podcast show where it's just interviews. Even though there's not really interviews at all in this one. Kill Tony has interviews where they interview the comics that come up, but the structure of the show is far different. So Speedweed is a sponsor, and they each the guests get a gift of Speedweed, a box of different edibles and marijuana and whatever. And then also Pumas is a sponsor, so everybody gets a brand new pair of shoes, which is pretty cool. But they play a lot of fun games. Like, they play a game where there's a video, like a internet video not classic, but internet kind of memed out video, and they have to try and figure out what happens after so they play like the beginning of the video, and they stop it right before something crazy happens, and they give 4 different options, which the options themselves are ridiculous and crazy, and then the guests have to decide which of those options they think is going to happen, and then you watch the video, and then blah blah blah. There's a jingle competition where they try to rebrand different businesses. And they have like a guitar player that plays different types of music. There's like kind of an intermission spot where there's this other guy that comes in, and he kind of shows off a new character every time he comes in, and he comes in like a couple times, 2-3 times an episode, and then they try to whittle down which of the characters that the guests enjoy the most, and that character moves on to the next form of competition, where eventually there'll be the epic character. I guess I don't know. I've only been watching for a few months now, and so I think they just recently started bringing back old characters, which the characters are really hilarious as well. Um, just so much of this show is it's just it is kind of chaotic. They pack the show full of just games and just fun stuff. They got to another segment where you're trying to guess what the item is on that's being sold on Craigslist. So you get to see the description of the item and then a blurred out picture, and you have to decide, or vice versa. You get well, actually, yeah, it's yeah, you that's what it is. They blur out part of the picture or the whole picture, and they have to decide. That's really funny as well. There's things where they reenact scenes, like a famous scene from a movie, and they're given like different character suggestions where they have to do accents and stuff like that. And most people are just atrocious at it, which leads to hilarity. But I really enjoy the show. The sound problem, everything production wise, from the disappointment I had because I loved the show when I first talked about it, but the production was it's so painful as a fan of a show to see the production being overlooked so drastically. But currently, I think and I looked on YouTube when I was kind of browsing, and that's like those episodes, it's just nothing but those kind of comments. And I think they've really done a lot to fix a lot of the problems. So go check out Control Chaos with Josh Wolf. I watch it on YouTube. I think it broadcasts through his Facebook page, also maybe Twitch live if you want to check it out live. I just wait for it to drop on YouTube and watch it there. Subscribe to the Josh Wolf. I'm not sure if it's Josh Wolf Comedy or just Josh Wolf on the YouTubes. But if you search Controlled Chaos with Josh Wolf, I'm sure it'll show up. But it's a show that I really love, and I hope you check it out because it's one of my favorites on right now, and I really enjoy it. So go check it out. That's it for this episode of The Ray Taylor Show, though. New episodes of my show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Go buy my artwork over at InspiredDisorder.com and save 25% when you use coupon code RTS. Follow me on social media at Ray Taylor. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!